Now at 6, Carthage police arrest a man in connection to a body found in a camper trailer. Plus says the 4-state starts to heat up. We've got advice from experts on how to stay cool and healthy. And KDOT announces an update to the U.S. 166-400 expansion project.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities arrest a man in a homicide investigation in Carthage. This is KOAM News at 5. I'm Tanya Bach. Carthage police arrested 23-year-old Gavino McJunkins Macias of Carthage. He faces the charge of abandonment of a corpse after police found the body of 24-year-old Kenya Lopez of Carthage in a camper. Now, the camper was found in Carthage, but police say Lopez was killed in Miami County, Kansas. Miami County Sheriff's Office says they have requested the charge of second-degree murder against McJunkins Macias. Unresponsive on a flight from Joplin to Chicago. The incident happened early yesterday morning. A passenger on the flight said the flight attendant got oxygen for the girl when the family asked for help. The plane diverted to Peoria, Illinois due to her emergency condition. The girl has been identified as Sydney Weston of Carl Junction, Missouri. An autopsy has been scheduled for today. Authorities arrest this man, Joshua William Ray Taft, in connection to a May 30th homicide in Newton County, Missouri. The fatal shooting happened on Freddie Lane in Joplin. Authorities found 50-year-old Eric Whittington dead outside of the home. The court had issued a felony warrant for Taft for murder for second-degree armed criminal action, unlawful possession of a firearm, and endangering the welfare of a child in the first degree. Yesterday afternoon, with the help of the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force, authorities found and arrested Taft in Oklahoma without incident. Well, Joplin police turned to the public for information regarding a stabbing incident. They received the 911 call about 4 o'clock this morning, and that's when they arrived on scene just outside of Water Gardens on Kentucky. Officers found a 42-year-old man with a stab wound to his chest. Authorities consider his wounds to be non-life-threatening. The other male involved in the incident was not present when officers arrived. The JPD is asking the public for any information concerning the identity of that individual. Well, meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us now with a first look at weather.
Cooling off now, temperatures down to about 89, which isn't too cool, but we're getting there. We're getting down to the lower 70s again tonight. Clear skies right now, but we do have the chance for some storms to roll in later on this evening after about midnight. Now, temperatures across the region, still 94 out in Veneta, 93 in Nowata, 92 in Sedan. Cooler up north, 88 in Fort Scott and Iola, 86 in Stockton, so not too bad. It is going to continue to get hotter. We did have a heat advisory a little bit earlier today, but that expired about 6 p.m. But for the next couple of days, you might want to expect some heat advisories for the area as we are going to continue to warm up during this heat wave until about Monday. Monday will be our hottest day, and then we'll start to cool back down. So we've got some clouds rolling in and possible storms making their way after midnight tonight, and I'll have those details in just a bit.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. The official start of summer is June 20th, but the heat and dangers that come with it, like Lindsay said, are already here. During this time of the year, the American Red Cross recommends limiting outdoor activities, such as exercising during the hottest times of the day. Other older adults, children, and those with disabilities are at the highest risk for extreme heat. Neosho Fish Hatchery hosts a senior fishing derby every June, and organizers say they promote the importance of staying safe in the sun and heat, especially for the more vulnerable population.
And we don't want anybody getting hurt. We don't want anybody falling over or passing out. So staying hydrated, staying in the shade, those loose-fitting, comfortable clothing, and then just knowing your limit.
You can find more tips and resources on how to stay safe while enjoying the outdoors on our website, KOAMnewsnow.com. KDOT announces an update to progress on the US 166-400 realignment and expansion project. The department says they will switch traffic in Cherokee County. Two-way traffic will be placed on the new eastbound lanes between Baxter Springs and the Kansas-Missouri border. In conjunction with the opening of US 166, the existing US 166 K26 junction will be closed to traffic. A signed detour at the scene will alert drivers of direction. Weather permitting, the expansion should be open by the end of the month. Well, John Dales has the story of two outgoing high school seniors taking their games to the next level. That's coming up later in sports. But first, two Pittsburgh high school students dive into the world of artificial intelligence. Two Pittsburgh teens are diving into the world of artificial intelligence by starting their own business. Now, one of them, Noah Niederklein, just graduated from Pittsburgh High School and is headed to Concordia University in the fall. The other one is actually my son, Dominic Bach. He'll be a senior next year. KOAM's Dal Quick has their story.
Ever since November and the big ChatGPT large language model AI wave hit, I've been really enthralled in that and using it for not only personal uses but also educational uses. Education and AI technology. It's a murky combination few have ventured, but it's exactly where Dominic Bach and Noah Niederklein are headed. Through the Pittsburgh High School Launch Program, the pair started working with Pitsco Education, helping the company launch its Drone Maker and Luma products. Dominic then recruited Noah to join him on his AI dream, working with Pitsco to develop AI technology that would give every student an individualized learning experience, one that would stimulate students like himself who aren't challenged in the typical classroom. And then on the flip side, you also have students on the lower end who are being left behind.
We just think that's really important for all students to have the opportunity to have that power and control over how they learn.
So how does it work? In our system, that teacher role is replaced by a large language model, and whenever the student has a question or a concern, they can ask the large language model and talk to them, and the large language model is going to act as a teacher and work them through the content and really just help them learn. But as it's doing that, it's also learning. One amazing example that we had is, say Tommy, he has a baseball game coming up. And he talks to his AI and tells him that he has this baseball game coming up. Dominic and Noah's technology will remember that detail and connect the dots. The AI is going to then notify the teacher, say, oh, hey, Tommy, he has a baseball game coming up, and I noticed his academic performance is dropping in correlation with that. I think there's a correlation between those two things. You should talk to him about that and figure out what's going on. And that's really the core of what we want to do. We want to keep teachers involved in the students' lives and make sure the teacher is acting as sort of a mentorship type role.
We're not completely taking the teacher out of the picture and replacing them with the AI. The AI is becoming an assistant, a tool that the teacher uses to help them with their job. With
Pitsco on board, Dominic's AI dream is gaining ground.
The next step in terms of our partnership with Noah and Dominic is to take our learning management system that's called Synergy, that is utilized all over the United States in classrooms in all 50 states, and be able to start embedding artificial intelligence components into it and be able to help Noah and Dominic tweak their systems, be able to pilot test and beta test with some of our closest customers, and really start to join the wave of artificial intelligence.
Right now, the educational system, as it currently stands, just doesn't really work. There's no other way to put it. I believe that it needs something significant to stir it up and make some big waves, and I think this is what that can be. Making waves that have the potential to revolutionize the education system in America. Reporting in Pittsburgh, Dal Quick, KOAM News.
In 5 years, both Noah and Dominic hope to expand their AI tech into other systems like Canvas and Blackboard. A little later, actors take to the field of the battle in Carthage to reenact a famous fight.
And temperatures are going to continue to warm up through the weekend. We'll talk about that right after the break. Well, temperatures are going to continue to warm up through the weekend, but hopefully we've got a couple chances to cool off. We'll take a look outside right now at downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. Sunny, we did have a few clouds earlier in the day, and it's also pretty breezy as well. You can kind of see the camera shaking out there. Now, we do have we did have a heat advisory for our counties out in Oklahoma, but it did expire about 6 p.m. Likely we'll still see a few more heat advisories over the next couple of days because we're just going to continue to warm up through Monday. After that, we're going to cool off for a little bit. Now, we've also got a chance of some storms moving into the area after midnight tonight. Still just now moving into Kansas and Oklahoma, although we're really not in a good environment for these storms to continue to develop in our area. So likely they'll move north and we won't even get to see any severe type of weather, maybe a shower or two. We'll take a look at that in just a moment. But with these temperatures continuing to warm through the weekend, we're only getting up to about mid-90s as a max. So likely 93, 94 for our higher temperatures this weekend. But with humidity values warming up after this air mass moves in, it's going to be a hot and humid air mass. It's going to feel like it's in the low triple digits, so up to about 103 degrees. That's where the heat advisories come into play. And not to mention, heat-related illnesses are very likely when we start to see these temperatures and humidity values as high as they are this weekend. Now, not to say in the next couple of months we're going to continue to warm up, but for right now, this is our first heat wave of the summer. Starting today, we've got a slight moderate risk for our counties, southern counties and central counties. Tomorrow, it's going to be a moderate risk all over with some patchy major risks out there, especially in our western counties. However, as we move into Sunday, that's when we really see a major risk across most of our counties. And then we move into Monday. This is going to be our hottest day on the forecast this weekend. And we start to see that extreme heat risk creep into our eastern counties and then a major risk for most of our other counties. If you're in the southern counties, you're looking pretty good through the weekend. Still going to be hot, but that risk isn't as high as if you're in the central and northern counties. Now we'll take a look at that future track. So this is Saturday morning. These storms they're still moving. They're really not moving in until after midnight. We've got that chance for us isolated storm or two passing into our western counties. But like I said, we're in an environment that's really not fit for these storms. So likely they're going to start to dissipate by the time they move into the area. And then that boundary lifts north. We'll still see some storms maybe start to develop after it leaves out of our area off to the east. And then we kind of see some possible storms shifting back in, rotating back in for an isolated storm or two in the afternoon. This is about 6:30 p.m. on Saturday. We've got that isolated storm kind of moving back into our eastern counties and maybe a shower or two on our western counties. Really not seeing a severe threat with any of these storms, but we do have a couple more chances of these pop-up evening storms Wednesday and Thursday as well. Temperatures cool off on Wednesday, which will be a nice change of pace from all of the 90-degree weather that we're seeing. But our main concern is going to be this weekend, the heat through Monday.
Okay, so we've got hot temperatures. I think we're kind of getting used to that at this point, but just
speak for yourself.
Yeah.
I am not quite used to it yet. My dogs are not used to it. We'll go walking and Willow just wants to turn right back around.
You will be by the end of the summer.
Hopefully.
You said this is your first summer here, so.
It is, but
yeah,
I'm from the south. It's pretty hot and humid in the south.
Yeah, it's just a weird humidity here.
That's true. I'm looking forward to experiencing it with everybody.
Yeah. I just like every now and then we have a day in the 80s. We'll take that.
Definitely.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. To be the first to see breaking news, weather, and sports, you can download the KOAM News app. It's available free of charge in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. Just search for the KOAM News app. Still ahead, two heads are better than one. John Dales has the story of two of the best basketball players in Southeast Kansas taking their talents to the next level for the same school. Two of the best high school basketball players from Southeast Kansas have committed to the same school as each other. Now, KOAM Sports Director John Dales has the story on the outgoing seniors representing the four states at the next level.
You already know the names: Mason English, Ethan Dillinger. Two of the top high school basketball players in the 4 states.
Sophomore year and junior year, I kind of felt like I needed to step up my game, and try to provide for the team more. And then after that, I just realized that no one can really stop me in the SEK.
Sophomore year, I grew like 7 inches, crazy. So I was 6'6", 6'7", and had guard skills, and I feel like a lot of people are looking for that.
After each had first-team All-State senior seasons, the 2 Southeast Kansas Stars commit to the same school, Link Academy.
Not just like the fact that they're very successful in sending people to the next level. Just I felt like that place was just like perfect.
Their campus is really nice. I've practiced at the facility a lot, and just the people there, just like the vibe I get whenever I go, and it's just amazing.
Link is a prep school in Branson with a history of producing top basketball talent, including 58 current D1 players and 8 pros. Both English and Dillinger are looking forward to improving their game against the best of the best.
I can improve like my vertical, like get stronger and everything, and then hopefully get a couple offers from D2, D1s to play at the next level.
Just to expand my game a lot more. I can score the ball whenever I want, but just working on defense, getting in better shape and just stuff like that.
And these 2 playing on the same team for the first time is an added bonus.
I think me playing with another big, I think it helps a lot. With his size and his athleticism, I think we could do some pretty good things.
I see him everywhere, dude. Like, he's good. He's real good. So I think it'll be really cool playing with him and maybe steal some of his stuff because he's good.
John Dales, KOAM Sports.
Well, Dillinger and English both will have 4 years of NCAA eligibility remaining after they finish the 1-year program at Link Academy. Pretty impressive. For more on the story, go to KOAMnewsnow.com/sports. We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9. On Fox 14, we'll have more tips on staying safe in the heat as temperatures rise. Plus, the Joplin Police Department hosts a block party for the community. And a new audit looks at the FDA's handling of the recent baby formula shortage. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. The city of Carthage, Missouri traveled back in time today as actors get ready to recreate the Battle of Carthage. The famous battle was the first full-scale conflict of the Civil War. Reenactors built their own camps, performed drills, and prepared for the battles, which will take place on Saturday and Sunday. All right, final check of the weather.
Yeah, temperature is going to continue to warm up into Monday. So Monday's going to be our hottest day on the forecast with humidity values above 60%. So it's going to be hot, humid. Heat advisories are very likely through the next couple of days. We've also got a chance of storms late tonight and into the day on Saturday. Not severe, but some rain may cool us down a little bit. We'll see.
All right, well, we'll need that rain for sure. It's
definitely
getting dry out there. Well, thanks for watching, and we will see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better weekend.